Hey, my periods 1 to period 7. You all did not get an opportunity to learn everything needed for the chapter 6 tests. Things just happen that way. If we see that the questions that involve the two items that you didn't learn about, we see that those are what's making you not do well on the test, then we'll deal with that accordingly. But let me tell you this, they're pretty easy. The two topics that you did not learn were on reflection and symmetry. Now everybody knows what a reflection is. I mean, when you look in the mirror, that is, every time you look in the mirror, there's your reflection. So just like you look into the mirror and see your reflection, it's kind of similar to that in mathematics. Alright, symmetry. You probably heard symmetry before, and there are certain things that have lines of symmetry. So that means that if you fold the object or something on that particular line, it will actually fold evenly or be evenly on itself. So let me help you out a little bit. Let's first look at, yes, I'm looking down to take a look at my notes. Alright, we're going to look at a square. So, you know, I'm not a photographer or videographer, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to have to bear with me. Hold on. Alright, so take a look at this square right here. This particular square has, you know, 4 sides, yada, yada, yada. But what I want you to do is when you look at the square, think about it. Could you fold this square anywhere and it be even? Where could you fold this square? How could you fold this square to where it would match up on all of the ends? Alright. I hear somebody in there thinking about it, even though I'm not there. I know y'all. So what if I folded the square along this line, like down the middle this way? Wouldn't it fold together evenly? Okay. What about if I folded the square like this? Whoops. Like this. Then it will also fold evenly. So what I have for you, if you look at all of these lines here, you can fold the square down the center, horizontally, vertically, and even diagonally. If you're dealing with a square, if you fold it on its diagonal, you should be able to get it perfect on each one of the sides. Alright, so this particular square has 4 lines of symmetry. Alright, that's 4 lines of symmetry. So next I want you to take a look at the letter Y. Is there any place on this letter Y that I can fold and make it perfect on both sides? Anywhere on this letter Y that I can fold. Please pretend that Miss Nelson can draw. Where could I fold this Y at? Alright, I'm good. Giving you a time to think about it. Alright, so this particular letter Y, it has 1 line of symmetry. Because if I fold it down its center, you can see that it would probably be perfect on both sides. Alright, let me show you one more example. The next example is the letter A. Can anybody think of a place where I can fold the letter A and it be perfect? And how many places do you think that I could fold the letter A? Alright, you probably guessed it because you are the mathematical scholars that you are. If I folded the letter A down its center, can't you see how it would be perfect on both sides? So there's plenty of shapes that have one line of symmetry, but there are some shapes that also have a line of symmetry that is infinite. For instance, think about a circle. A circle has infinite lines of symmetry. So when you're doing the symmetry, you just want to think of all of the different ways that you can fold the objects and they become perfect on both of the sides. Alright, next we want to take a look at reflection properties. In order to be considered a reflection, is a couple of properties that must hold true. Number 1, the reflected object must be congruent to the original. And number 2, the images have to be reversed. If they're not reversed, then it's not a reflection. So for instance, when you look yourself in the mirror, you know, your right hand is reversed. Everything is usually reversed. So I want to show you an example, and I know it's going to be looking all crazy. We're going to have some technical difficulties here. All right. Just give me 1 second here. All right. That's a shadow. So let me see. All right. Let's say, for instance, I have the x-axis here. And we all know that the x-axis is the horizontal, and that the y-axis is our vertical axis. All right. If I had, let's see, a box, and I wanted this box to be reflected across the x-axis, basically what I'm saying is that the mirror is the x-axis. This is where the mirror is. So if I was reflecting this box, and please pretend as if the box was a little bit straighter, was reflected, don't you agree that the box would be like right here, around here somewhere? Alright, so that would be a reflection across the x-axis. The x-axis is where my mirror is. Okay, let's see if we had a different example. Alright, I'm going to attempt to draw that again. Give me a second. Very hard to do this when you're trying to steady the camera and all that good stuff. So bear with me, y'all. Okay, let's say I had this shape here. Alright, we all know that to be a triangle. If I had that triangle and I wanted to reflect it across the y-axis, that means that the y-axis is where I would want my mirror to be. So where do you think that would be reflected to? Okay, so it'll probably be about here. This point will probably translate here. This point will probably be down here, and this point will probably be down here. So the reflected object across the y-axis would probably look something like that. Now, you know Miss Nelson can't draw, so remember, for you to be a reflected object, you must fit these properties. The reflected object must be congruent to the original, so make sure that it's congruent, and the images must be reversed. There is an assignment that is attached to this, so you all have to make sure you do that assignment. You all can actually do that assignment after you finish today's assignment. Today's assignment is a little bit more important just because you have to review for your test, but I want you to take those couple of things that I just discussed with you and just think about them when you get to those questions on your review packet today. Mr. Smith is getting ready to pass to you guys your review packet, and I'm going to let you know that there are a couple of questions on there that deal with reflections. For instance, let me tell you right now, and take out something so you can write it down. Please give you a chance to take out a piece of paper or somebody to write down these numbers. Alright, one of the issues is you all didn't get an extra day with me, so that's why you all have to kind of learn this on the fly. But I believe that this is something that's relatively easy for you and that you won't have any issues. Okay, so the first one that's going to deal with reflection is actually number 21 on your review, number 22 on your review, 23. So 21, 22, 23. Number 28. So 21, 20, 2, 23, and number 28. Those are the only numbers that's going to deal with reflection and symmetry. So come on now, that's only 4 problems. You all will be just fine. If you have any issues with those, feel free to ask, and I will post this link onto your Blackboard, so you'll have that opportunity to look at this link again. All right, I will talk to you guys soon, and thank you so much. All right, bye.